Welcome back to ruralvacantland.com. It's Luke Smith, and I've got a property for you today. I'm on the line with Jason Lydiard. Jason, you there?
I'm here, Luke.
Good deal. So Jason called me like jumping up and down excited about this property you got and says, I got to take a look at it right now. Drop everything and go look at this property. Because we've been getting yelled at a lot for the offers we made in Idaho. I think our prices are just too far off. People want more money than what we were offering. But this one came in. So this one, if you guys are interested in buying a property by Coeur near the lake, little stream down the hill. There's power lines in the area. There's neighboring houses in the area. There's a nudist commune down the street. I mean, that sounds like fun. There's cross country skiing. What else is around the area, Jason?
There's just to the south. There's a bison farm, so you'll never go hungry.
Yeah, bison farm down the road. There's a marina. There's a marina on the lake, just not very far away, with boat houses. You can keep your boat on the lake. In the summer you go boating. In the winter there's snowmobiling. There's a snowmobile park next door, right?
There's a snowmobile and cross-country ski park in the winter, and up to the north there's Squaw Creek, and they for the trout fishermen out there, they stock that. There's not water in it 24/7 because it'll freeze, but in the spring they stock that with rainbows and some other one other kind of trout. I can't remember what kind.
Probably cutthroat, right?
I think so. I think you're right.
Maybe browns. Probably cutthroat up there. So let's go into the website. This is on ruralvacantland.com. Jason is on the website. His name, phone number's on here. I'll put a link down below to get to this listing if you're interested in buying this property. How much are we asking for this one, Jason?
$64,999,
There
which
you
is
go.
lower than I could find on anything in that area.
Yeah, so he was pointing out that it's multiple APN numbers. And I said, geez, it is. It's 3 lots, and each lot's a little over an acre. So if somebody had the entrepreneurial spirit, you don't have to keep the whole land. I mean, yeah, you could keep the whole almost 3 acres, or just one of them. You could buy the 3 lots together and sell off 2 of them, and probably at the numbers we're asking, I'm going to go look at the markets here in a sec, but you could probably sell 2 of those and keep one for free. So I think for the right person that's got the entrepreneurial spirit to do it, this could be some free land in Idaho. How hard is that to get your hands on? So let's take a look at this. And Jason got the plat map. There's a creek down the area. There's a road in the front. There's a trail. What's the trail called? Tenderfoot Trail, common area. So this neighborhood's got common areas. It's got this park, playground, different common areas to get set up to go cross-country skiing or snowmobiling around the area. And I was reading somewhere on the internet these trails go like all the way around the lake. I'm not 100% sure they do that, but that would be kind of fun. I think they might connect up to some other trails, but there's a lot of trails in the area to enjoy mountain biking and cross-country skiing in the winter, snowmobiling, different kinds of trails. My wife would be asking if you go horseback riding on them. I don't know if we can do that or not, but there's probably some in the area. Here's a stream. I think this is a stream that's down the hill. The picture that he's got. There's a picture that the owner took of the property, and this was when there's snow was on the ground. You can see there's a house just up the hill, and this is to the entrance. This is the entrance route to the property. So there's a telephone pole, there's a power pole, right there, and then there's a gate that says posted no trespassing and stuff, and that's your gate to keep people out of your property. And then there's this house up on the hill that somebody else figured out and loved it and ran with it. Kind of looks like it's got shutters over the windows, so maybe they just use it part-time. It's probably a vacation home or something.
Or they're nudist.
Or part of the nudist colony, exactly. It's too cold that time of year. So here's where's this view shot taken from? There's which picture I'm talking about? I don't think Jason can see the pictures on the screen, but there's a picture of a bunch of pine trees and a shot of the lake. You think that's from his property?
Yeah, that's from the northernmost of the 3 lots. That's from the first lot that's all by itself. You can see that beautiful, I don't even want to try to, it's Idaho. I'm not sure how to say the lake name, but that's where they do a lot. It's so deep that the U.S. Navy does testings for their submarines in that lake.
There you go. It's a beauty. It's Coeur d'Alene, right? I think it's called Coeur d'Alene.
Coeur d'Alene.
Yeah. I've heard the name many times because of the silver company. Coeur's been around for a long time. They used to deal in mining stocks. So this is one of the lots. There's a clearing. They knocked out some trees. They probably took the picture of the water from this clearing, I'm guessing. And it looks like the grasses and stuff are starting to come in. Trees are livening up. We're on a hill, so there's some cuts into the hill. Somebody did the work already to be able to drive back in there. And you can see probably the guy's car back here on the trail walking up the hill. And so you've got somebody went in there with the excavator and made access to the property. Here's the marina with the boathouse. No lifeguard on duty. That's my kind of place. Go do what you want to do. A little beach for the kids and just cabins around the lake. Just your classic northern lake. It looks like a beauty though. Look how clear that is. You can see right through the water. I think this is the clubhouse at the marina. And so here's we're back to the map again. So let's look at the market on this thing. So I was trying to do the math. So 64,999 divided by 3 is like 21,000 change per lot. So we could either look at it as one lot of 3 point something acres or 3 lots of 1 acres ish each. So let's look at 1.1 acres ish each first, because I like the idea of selling 2 of those lots to keep one. You don't end up paying for it. I mean, you put up the money in the front and then you sell 2 and then you get your money back and you keep 1, right? So I did 1 acre and up. This is Kootenai County. We're on landwatch.com. And the cheap stuff that comes up on there is $18,000 for 1.64 acres. That sounds like a pretty good listing. I'm not sure if there's 2 of them or it's the same one. I think it's a realtor that's got this one. Lots of older trees. You might be able to see the lake and river views, close to electricity. Great area for that cabin getaway that's close to town. Harrison is a few miles away with bicycle trail for the Coeur d'Alenes. Boating, hiking, bicycling, great recreational fun. So that's probably a good competition. 18 grand, same-ish size, same county. I'm not exactly sure where in the county this one is. They don't tell you like exactly where the property is or give you much of any details. You got to go deal with the realtor, probably sign some contracts. You're actually going to buy it through them and not just buy it from the owner. And if you go buy something else, they still want you to pay them, and classic realtor dance. So there's that one. I think they've either got 2 of them next to each other or it's the same property. And then it skips up, like 30 grand, 30 grand, 30 something grand for anything, no access, whatever. So I went on Zillow and I did lowest price properties 1 acre and up, and there's $18,000, 1.64 acres. I think this is the same lot. Yeah, 2 different lots. Lot number 26 and 27, and I think they're asking 18 grand a lot. So I don't think you get 2 lots for 18 grand because that other one had them 18 each and had 2 different lots on there. So I think they might actually show us where it is on this one. Zillow might show us where it is. So I think Zillow is showing it over here on the other side of the lake. Some little roads back into the middle of nowhere. So that's probably the best competition. 18 grand. But I mean, shy of those, you've got, I mean, it skips right up from there to like 40 grand, 50 grand, 100 grand. So you've got some oddballs sticking out there at a lower price that I don't know if you can actually buy or not. And then you've got these ones for like 21,000 and change a piece if you're pricing them one at a time. But we're not selling them one at a time. You got to buy all three of them. So if we go look at 3 acres and up, like what happens if we put 3 acres in there? I think the price just goes, let's do a custom size. Let's do 2.5 acres. Because it takes, if I do that, it takes out the $18,000 one. It just shows you, you know, so the whole thing, here's one of them, here's 3 acres for $49,000. This one is in Harrison. I think this is on the same side of the lake, the other side from where this property is. This one says it's got views. Dock and beach rights available. So I think this is community stuff going on. So I think the one that we've got is easier to access, like closer to town, because all the cheaper properties seem to be in the same corner way back in here in the county. And then stuff on the other side of the lake seems to go for a lot more where this property is. Let's go back and look at the location. I didn't show you. Well, let's go forward and look at the location. I'll show you guys where this property is. So I got 3 windows pulled up, one of them for each property. They're all right next to each other. So if I zoom out a little bit, you start getting over here to the marina. Here's the marina just a little ways over. Here's Coeur d'Alene up here. So I think this is easier to access on this side of the lake than that side, because it's more mountainous and hilly over there. And that's where the cheaper properties seem to be, is way back in those hills. Up here somewhere. So this is going kind of slow for me. Let me pull up, I wanted to show you GPS like in Google Maps, see if we can go 3D on it. So as that's coming up, I also wanted to point out the nature center, or the nature stuff that's next door, and the bison farm. So here is the clearing. So that's a clearing, I believe, where the picture was taken from of the lake. I think, which way is the lake? He's probably looking out through this V here, right? So he's looking out, and that's some hill on one side, some hill on the other side that's blocking views of the lake. So you see down the valley out at the lake, you see a slice of the lake, and then you've got all this green valley stuff around that you're seeing as well. So lots of trees, just cabin in the woods, classic kind of area. And then the area over here, it's got a pool, and there's some RVs, I believe it is. This is the nudist camp, or the nudist park, Sun Meadow Resort. So if you can put in a nudist park and people don't run you out of town, that's like my kind of place. You know, not that I want to go hang out at the nudist park all the time, but it's nice to have that around, because when you compare whatever I do to them, I can get away with whatever I want. And then there's a bison colony over here, a bison farm. I think it's this one, yeah. H2H Bison Ranch. I think you can get some pictures. You can see the corrals, you can see the bison walking around the field in the satellite view. Yeah, here's some pictures of their bison. Look at that. Those are some majestic animals, huh? Look like they're prehistoric or something. This also gives you an idea of what kind of trees are around the area, some of the nature and some of the seasons. So sometimes it's snow, sometimes it's not. And the bison just digging in. Here's some babies. People feeding them, a whole bunch of babies. Cute ones. Taking their kids to see the bison. Looks like there's moose in the area too. They're taking some pictures of moose. I think there's elk and deer. It's just wildlife all over the place. Let's look at a couple more of these properties. So they're on this hill. And there's these switchbacks are dug into the hill so you can get back to them. So you're up on the hill overlooking this green valley with a creek down at the bottom of the valley. And looking down the valley, you can see the lake. And here's the third one. So there's 3 lots in a row right here. I kind of wanted to do 3D on this thing too. I keep saying I'm going to do that and I haven't done it. We'll see if I can get it to load. Here we go. So here's you can see the hill from this angle. It's on a pretty good hill, hence the switchbacks that cut up into here. So you put your cabin on the hill, you know, dig some holes in the hill, put some sonotubes in there, get them down below the frost line, put the house on some footers, and put a big deck out front. You can grill on the deck and look out over the valley. You can see the roads getting cut into here, so you can drive back in there. And then I think from here, if you look down the valley, I think you'll be able to see the lake. I think that's the lake view in there. Computer's having a hard time keeping up. But you can see how green this valley is, how green the area is. Nice big beautiful pine trees. Oh, here you go. The lake's this direction. I was going the wrong direction. So the property's here on the corner and it's looking out at the lake this way. Like that. So it's down here looking out at the lake. Yeah, so still there, Jason? We might have lost him. But so that's the property. Jason's asking $64,999, almost $65,000, for 3 lots in the woods in Kootenai County, Idaho. Just a short ways from Coeur d'Alene. I should see how far this is from Coeur d'Alene, huh? See if I can spell Coeur d'Alene. I'm missing the apostrophe. There we go. 35 miles. It's about 35 miles to get from this property to the town. And so when you're in town, Coeur d'Alene's got all kinds of supplies. The town has been growing fast. This is one of the fastest growing counties in the state and one of the fastest growing states in the area. So this is where people are going. They like that town. That town is clean. I've never heard anything bad about it. Lots of people like to visit there and raise their family there. Just a beautiful town, nice people, and it's growing, so there's lots of opportunities. So hopefully this is the right property for you. It's on the website. I'll put a link down below so you can go there and look at it, tour it, figure it out. Let me know if I can help. Jason's phone number, name and numbers on there. Call him and ask him about it as well, and see if this is the right one. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. It's Luke Smith with Jason Lydiard on ruralvacantland.com.